Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Why are more black men choosing the Philippines? Not only for a vacation spot, but to retire. I want to give my perspective on that. I think it's time that I did that. I'm happy to see, more brothers coming over here. When I came over here in 2009, I saw very few. Now, I'm not talking about servicemen and all of that, And, if you go places around, Subic Bay and, anywhere up in Olongapo and Angeles City, anywhere in Pampanga, you're going to see black men. But I mean, just throughout the Philippines, I saw very few. And when I did see a brother, it was almost like seeing a ghost. Now, this isn't one of those cringy, do Filipinos love black men videos. I would never make a video like that. It's unnecessary. It's obvious that some women, prefer black men. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to talk about why I think the numbers have increased a whole lot, certainly since the lockdowns. We're not even going to discuss the pandemic because, that's a whole other argument. People call it the pandemic and all that stuff. But the first thing is they watch videos of people like me and they see the success that a lot of black men enjoy over here. And they want that success. They want to duplicate that success. As a black man, I know that this is, even after I had gotten out of the Navy, wherever I was going to go, I'd always ask the question, do they like black people? It was always this wait and see attitude. Because if they didn't, I wasn't going. I wasn't going to waste my time. Certainly wasn't going to spend my money and all of that in a place where I wasn't, accepted. But one thing I can say about the Philippines, and this has more to say about Filipinos and their country over here, is that they treat all foreigners the same. They really put us all in one basket. And black men like that. Once they come over here and they see that level playing field and they experience it, it's a wrap. They're going to come back, and then when they go home, they're going to tell their friends, and they're going to come back. But it's so many brothers over here now, and just as many here as there is in Thailand and all those other fancy places, because there's a level playing field here for the most part. And when I'm talking about a level playing field, I'm not talking about running for public office or becoming an entertainer or actor or, joining a beauty pageant or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we can come over here and be treated like everybody else. We want a place that's going to accept us, that's welcoming, that we can achieve all of our retirement goals or just have a peaceful vacation. This is why a lot of black men come over here. They see me as an example. I'm just one of literally thousands and thousands now who come over here and who found that happiness that they've been searching for. They're wanting to leave that matrix. They want to know, is it possible? And they're looking around. Thailand, Vietnam, Brazil, Colombia, just anywhere where they can go to escape the foolishness they have to deal with over there. When I tell people why I came over here, they think I'm crazy. I talked about the triangle of death, the thugs, the police, and the stress. Why doesn't that make sense? It makes great sense to me. And there's so many black men who can relate to that. It's no secret that the majority of my followers really are black. If I have a meet and greet, only brothers show up. Maybe one or two white guys. It's just how it is in America. I mean, everybody's welcome at the meet and greet, but that's just how it is. as human beings, you know, we tend to want to be around people who are like us, who have more in common with us. And they see more and more black men coming over here, being successful, whatever success means, and they say, okay, the Philippines is all right. I mean, from all ages. But there's so few of us with YouTube channels, certainly YouTube channels that people are watching, that there's still a lot of black men who are hesitant out there. So this video is really to encourage you to give the Philippines a chance. Give Southeast Asia a chance. I was watching a video the other day from a lady. She said, if there's anti-blackness everywhere, then why leave the United States? Well, you know, it's just a choice that we as individuals make. But over here, I just haven't seen the anti-blackness. Do I see the whitening creams and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, but that don't mean they don't like me. That has a lot to do with how they feel about themselves. And that's something that's a personal choice. But after being over here on and off for 17 years, I know why black men are starting to come over here now. Because once they get here and they experience what I've experienced, it's a wrap, man. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. You know, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this today. We live in a world where, you know, color matters. And I'm not afraid to talk about it. It's no big deal. I had no control over the family I was born into, my parents, the color of my skin, what country I was born in, or any of that. But most people think that only white men are over here, and only white men are enjoying the fruits of the Philippines and the best the Philippines has to offer. It's just not true. It may be more white men, so you're going to see more white vloggers and more white men being interviewed. But since 2009 till now, I would say the amount of black men visiting the Philippines and certainly retiring here is tenfold now. I mean, it doesn't shock me anymore. Just right here in this little town of St. Carlos City, there's a bunch of black men now. You know, they attribute that to me, but I don't know all the black men that come here. But the people in St. Carlos City, they attribute it to me. They think I'm responsible for that. I mean, I'm humbled by that, but people have their own minds, you know, and they make their own decisions. And one of the decisions they made, because of what they're seeing, living, and experiencing, is, hey, the Philippines is a good destination for black men in 2025. You can have everything over here that anybody else has. All your dreams, all your goals, all your fantasies that you're having right now in America, you can have them here. So if in America, if in the Philippines, wherever you are, find your heart to help somebody. Now the day goes by, I don't help somebody. I'm helping you now. You're on that fence. I was reading a comment, the guy says, yeah, I was thinking about the Philippines, but it seems like they're more geared toward the white culture. It's not true, dude. That's not true at all. The Philippines is one of the few countries I've ever visited, and I've been around the world. They lump us all in the same basket, man. We're all foreigners. Have they heard different things about different races and colors? Yeah, but you can put that to rest almost immediately. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm glad that a lot more brothers are coming over here. It is an option for us, a very good option. Nobody's going to bother you over here. There's more and more brothers over here that you can relate to. We have a whole lot in common with Filipino people. They love our culture, man, our music, sports, dancing, the whole 9 yards, guys, you know. I am making this video to encourage more black men to give the Philippines a chance. You know, I'd be remiss if I did. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you really the good life that I live over here. My skin just happens to be brown. If you come to San Carlos City, everybody knows me here. I'm a celebrity here. Do they see color? I'm pretty sure they do. But it doesn't matter to them. All they know is I've got a good character. I help a whole lot of people. I'm not causing any trouble over here, man. So take care, y'all. See you next time. Join me on my members only live stream in the morning. We'll talk about this and we'll talk about some more things. But if you're a black man out there and you've heard a whole lot of stuff about the Philippines and how they prefer white men and they want white babies and they want blue-eyed and blonde-haired babies, it's just not true, man. Foreigners are simply foreigners over here. If you're Chinese, South Korean, it doesn't matter, guys. I'm proof of that. I'm proof that you can come over here, boots on the ground, and live out your dreams, man. Have the best fourth quarter that you've ever had over here. And if you don't like it, there's other places you can go. But that's the reason why more black men are coming over here. They see the success that so many other black men are having over here, guys. That's 100% facts.
Boots on the ground, don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers, a tribute through music. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing.